Hello and welcome back for another episode of Terraria. My name is Graz, and today we get to take on the evil Brain of Cthulhu! So the Brain of Cthulhu is the boss in the Crimson. He is the equivalent of Eater of Worlds if you have the corruption. So pretty much basic thing behind him. He's the next step in progression, and he's pretty simple to summon. Once you get 15 vertebrae, you go ahead and craft a bloody spine. I'm going to go ahead and put one here where the guide is. As you can see, it costs 15 right there on the screen. And you do that at a Crimson Altar. They can be found anywhere in the underground in the world, or you can just simply go to the Crimson itself and find a ton of them just lying around anywhere. So I had one not too far down in my house. I went down the basement, went and crafted my spines down there. I had enough vertebrae to make a couple, so I went ahead and put him on far mode. This is my first attempt at killing him. I didn't die. He's a rather simple boss. All you really have to do is watch out for his floating eyes that act as shields. Once they're down, you go to phase 2, where you simply kill the brain itself. It's very reminiscent of the Eye of Cthulhu. It's a very typical fight, except the eye had no shield. You just went ahead and dodged him and killed his little tiny eye followers. But the brain is still in the same area. You have to fight him in the Crimson, though. If you fight him anywhere else in the world, he will fall back to the Crimson area. So it's like the Eater of Worlds in that regard. But level of difficulty, I'd say he's easier. So here we have a little setup I did. Since I'm more melee focused, this setup made things easier for me. If you're more ranged, then it won't be so much of a problem. You could probably just hop, skip, and do all that crazy stuff down below. But me, I kind of prefer to have these up here. Now these stupid spiders, get out of here, are very annoying to say the least. This is the one problem you'll face down here, is you have a lot of these spiders coming around you. With my new blade, of course, my blade of grass, it's not too hard to take them out. One recommendation I would like to make to everyone if you're going to fight the brain is have a weapon that causes knockback. The blade of grass has very little to no knockback, and while it's not horrible as I summon the brain, it makes things easier when you have knockback so the eyes stay away from you. I'll take a ton of hits. They don't do a lot of damage, but I'll take a ton of hits from the eye because there's no knockback. As you can see, there's many ways to kill these little eyes, and as you kill them, make sure you gather the loot. They drop tissue samples, they drop ore, they drop health, so it's very helpful during the battle itself. So, with all that in mind, you just simply have to avoid them and try to kill all the eyes so you can get to level battle 2. Level battle 2. Oh boy. This commentary is being done post because the microphone had some errors. I had to do post audio. That's not cool. I hate doing post audio, but we're getting there done. Anyway, enough of that crap. More about the fight. It's not too difficult. It really isn't. His second phase is more like the second phase with the Eye of Cthulhu. He charges you. And he does a little bit more damage. But with only 1,000 hit points, it doesn't last very long. These silly eyeballs. They don't have very much health in them either. So if you can find yourself in a position where you're doing a ton of damage to them, that's great. That is great. Jester arrows are a high recommendation here. Once you get the Jester arrows, and a lot of them, you could probably just whittle those eyes down without very little effort. Me, I totally forgot I had Jester arrows until I accidentally started using them. But I think the Blade of Grass really does a pretty good job of whittling them down. We're almost getting to the second phase here. I am just having fun smacking these things around. This is one thing I wish I really would have done with the bee boss, the Queen Bee, back in the bee biome. It would have made the fight so much easier. Probably would have killed her. She has a little bit more hit points than the brain, but not too difficult. With the brain, you just gotta watch out for his teleporting. With a full shield of eyes, they can catch you off guard and do a decent amount of damage, but with the teleporting like this, it's nothing. He will teleport in his second mode, so you have to be on your toes. It's nice to be able to jump around and get out of the way real quick. Once we kill this last eye, get out of here. You're ruining the whole thing. Get out of here. And stupid thing, it's very persistent. There. Get back here. There we go. Oh, as you can see in second phase, he's begun charging. The brain actually opens up. If you look inside, it's like a little heart with one eye. I love what the developers did here. You killed the Eye of Cthulhu, and now the brain has one eye. Crazy, ain't it? So yeah, he's just angry, flailing around like there's no tomorrow. Quite simple to say the least. Now, if you're lucky on the first attempt, or if you farm him and after a while, you may get the Plaque of Cthulhu. Actually, it's more like a plaque of the Brain of Cthulhu, but it's a decorative item you can put in your house. You can put it over your dinner table and have plenty of discussions of how you kill the Brain of Cthulhu as it drips blood all over the place. Quite lovely indeed. Tell of your heroic tales of slaughter and mayhem. There we go. There's the Jester arrows. A little bit too late, but hey, they do a pretty good amount of damage. They're killing him. So the kill shot's coming up right about here. Come on, silly brain. And he drops some more of the same. More ore, more tissue samples, and a lot of health. I didn't get the plaque on the first try, but I did farm him for a little bit, and I did get a plaque. So I will show you what all that's about. A really fun experience. Difficulty-wise, he's a little bit easier than the Eater of Worlds. So if you're lucky to get the Crimson, you'll have an easier time with him than you will the Eater of Worlds. But that's just my opinion. Here we are back in the house. I'm going to show you the plaque I got from farming him. Really nice. It's pretty big size, and you can hang it anywhere on your wall. Impress your friends with a kill of the Brain of Cthulhu. They might have one of their own, but whatever. There's a big whopping brain over a dinner table. That's going to be a great discussion piece. So if you found this video informative or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and if not, then just simply fake it, like the brain. And I'll see you again next time.